I'm Amy. Welcome to my channel. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4 kids, and I've been homeschooling now for 17 years. I've learned a few tips and tricks along the way, especially when it comes to homeschooling young children. So I want to share with you my top 8 things that I've learned after 17 years of homeschooling. Tip number 1, keep those lessons short. They should be about 10 to 15 minutes when you're dealing with young children. The younger, the shorter, and as they grow a little bit older, then you can go a little bit longer, but you want to stop the lesson before you lose their attention. That way you're in control and you're keeping them in that habit of attention. Number 2, you already have a rhythm and a routine in your home, so base your schooling around those routines. So maybe you want to read aloud at night when you're putting them to bed, and that works out to be a great time for you. You usually can really get their attention because they would love to hear one more chapter or listen to that right before bed. But maybe you have something around your breakfast and your lunchtime or nap time. Maybe nap time is the time that you can work with your child because you have a younger child going down for a nap. Another example is maybe after lunch is the time when you always want to read aloud, or you sit down to do math, or whenever that is that works in your home. Number 3, go outside. Whenever you can, go outside. Or as I've heard before, I think this is Charlotte Mason who says, when the weather declares, get out there. Definitely on beautiful days, go enjoy outside, and as much as you can, even when it's not perfect, even when it's not beautiful, even when it's hard, try to get your small children outside. They need that outdoor playtime, and then their minds are better ready to focus and to listen when they've moved their bodies and gotten outside and gotten some energy out. Number 4 goes along with this. Know when to call it a day or take the day off. Enjoy your freedom as homeschoolers and seize the day. You want to work hard to establish those rhythms, but we all know that there are days that we really need to seize the day. Number 5, focus on building wonder. Go pay attention to nature. Go outside, go on nature walks. Look for God's creation and His beauty that's all around us and behold it. Number 6, when you're struggling in math, in reading, or in any of those hard subjects, and you're really struggling to keep their attention, or it's just really hard, add a snack. Use the snacks as manipulatives, or maybe with reading, you'll cover up every 3rd word, and as they get to that word and they read it, they get to keep the snack. And even if they save it till you're done and eat the snack then, they have been encouraged to keep going because there's something like a treat there. And it doesn't even have to be anything special. It can be the same snacks you always give. Maybe raisins, chocolate chips, cereal pieces, whatever you find that works for you. You can use candy if you want to, but whatever you find that works for you. Marshmallows, mini marshmallows are great. We used all of those throughout our years of homeschooling, and I'm telling you, every time I was struggling with a child, when I pulled that food out to accompany the lesson, their whole demeanor changed and they were much happier to do that workbook page or exercise that they had to do. Number 7, read aloud. Try to find time that you can gather all your children together or read to the older ones if some are too young, but always spend time reading aloud. Whether you connect it to a meal time and you do it right after that time of day, or in the evening, or maybe multiple times throughout the day. And you can start with picture books. We can all learn a lot from a really good picture book. And you can have a stack of picture books maybe, because the toddlers will even listen to some of those. But then you can bridge the gap to read alouds. And one way I enjoyed the Thornton Burgess animal books to bridge the gap from picture books to read alouds. You'll have some books that have a few pictures but not pictures on every page, and that's how we would bridge that gap from being able to listen to longer chapters instead of just a few words on each page with lots of pictures. Have your children act out what they listen to you read aloud to them. That can always bring an element of fun when you have them use their dramatic side and pretend and play pretend. And you can help them, and maybe next time as they go on, this is their way of narrating to you what they remember from it. And one day, while you're reading, all your children will say, please, one more chapter, please. And those are sweet words for mamas to hear. My last tip, tip number 8. Kindergarten is really about teaching your children, yes, you have to obey me even in this. And that means that there will be battles. Even when you pick the best curriculum or something that looks like so much fun, your children still want to be young and they want to play, and that's good, and give them plenty of time for that. I like to say make sure you have age-appropriate curriculum, or you pick homeschool curriculum that really fits your philosophy. I like to make sure that I don't spend too much time when they're kindergarten age doing book work and sitting. So I did make sure that I didn't expect too much, and I kept the lessons short. But there were times when we still had to battle about this. And don't battle over a math problem that you can't be sure that they understand, or reading and being able to read a word and you can't be sure that they have it, or some memory work. Change that battle to a chore, something you know they can complete. You know they can wipe this up or wipe this seat or table or whatever, but don't make it over their schoolwork. But do make sure that you're teaching them they can't just go do whatever they want whenever they want, but you're teaching them that there is a set time for school. We are going to have this routine. We are going to get up and do this thing. And that took me till kid number 4 before I realized that kindergarten was much more about teaching them, yes, you have to obey me even in this. Even when you think it's optional, this really isn't optional if I'm telling you that we have to do it. And that will make the rest of your school time so much easier when you develop those habits and routines and work on that obedience. And there's something about 5 that there's just a little bit of battle of, I'm not sure if I really want to do this school thing. And so you're teaching them, yes, we will be doing this. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you've gotten something from this video and been able to walk away with something that's going to help empower you as you homeschool your young children. Leave a note in the comments about what it is that you have learned over the years of homeschooling young children, or maybe one of the things, what was your favorite tip that I shared with you today? Or if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to respond to you. Thank you so much. Bye.